Hello and welcome, everybody. Today is another special day. I'm joined with one of my very amazing and special clients, Carmen, and today we're going to dive into her journey and transformation a little bit. So, welcome, Carmen. How are you feeling today, and where are you calling in from?
Hey, hello, Blake. Yeah, I'm right now. I'm sitting here in south of Germany, and yeah, I'm quite well today. Yeah, and uh, yeah, I was with you over the last 12 weeks, 12, 13 weeks. Yeah, had a really brutal journey, not in a negative way, but in a, yeah, we were really very, very deep. And so here I am,
Love it.
not again, but different.
Thank you for sharing. Well, yeah, we're going to get into your transformation a little bit here. Obviously, something about your transformation which I found very powerful was that the way you showed up was always just so raw, authentic, and real. And there were moments where it was uncomfortable and you didn't necessarily want to go there, but you still showed up with strength and courage. And we did go there to the place that we needed to go to. So we're going to dive into that in a moment. So if we just like zoom back a bit from when we first started to work together. So when you joined the program, can you tell me exactly where you were in your life and what was going on in your life before we started to work together?
Mm. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not the youngest person anymore, so I experienced a lot in my life. I was married. I have two children. I'm also working in the coaching business, and um, when we met, I had a really bad partner crisis, and I was very struggling in my marriage. And this I could feel this from the first moment that there was something under this surface for me. Yeah, there were some layers or some wounds, and I couldn't find the right connections to to reconnect it again or so. So I was really, yeah, as you say, raw. I was really desperate. Yeah, I was really, I said, hey, I'm in a, yeah, in a crisis. Yeah, I think this is the right word. Mhm.
Hmm. Beautiful.
Mhm.
Thanks for sharing, Carmen. And so when you were in this crisis that you were going through, can you share a bit more about what the actual problems were that you were going through?
Yeah, I think the main problem was my reaction. We were talking about separation, which is something what can happen in life, but I was completely overreacting. I was so much crying. I felt alone. I felt I don't know. I felt like, yeah, childish. I couldn't communicate very well. I was so lost. Yeah, this is really the
Mm.
word. I was completely lost there.
Yeah, so lots of your childhood wounds were coming to the surface, right? With your triggers and touching on some of these deep abandonment wounds. And so, can you
Yeah.
share how that was negatively affecting your life when we started to work together? These wounds that were coming to the surface.
Yeah, as I said, the communication was bad with my partner. I couldn't find a solution oriented talk. I was just blaming and arguing, and um, yeah, and I couldn't sleep very well, and yeah, this affected my whole day, and my thoughts and my emotions were just related to this problem, and it was very difficult to do my work, and
Mm.
yeah, I must admit also to be a good mother in these days. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, thank you for sharing, Carmen, for being so open. So I know you mentioned that it affected your sleep and your emotions, but how else was that showing up in your life with your relationship to yourself, your health, your business, your overall happiness? How was that affecting you?
Yeah, absolutely everything. Yeah, it was really a whole story. Yeah, my nervous system was how is it, was nervous. Yeah, was down. Was yeah, I felt very tired. I felt yeah, disbalanced, exactly, yeah. And I cried a lot and I felt so insecure. Yeah,
Mm.
this was the thing where then I was really looking for somebody to help me, because yeah, as I mentioned, it was so difficult to find the right tools and the right connections on myself.
Mm.
Although I had many tools, but in this, I don't. Yeah, this is what we explored then in my journey. There were wounds, as you said. Yeah, wounds from my childhood, and they were on the surface, and I couldn't handle this. Yeah, on my own.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so obviously there's a lot going on in your life, right? That are affecting your mental health, your whole life in general, right? And so
Hmm.
then, well, first and foremost, like what made you feel inspired to reach out to me? Was there anything in particular that really caught your eye that made you feel inspired to want to reach out to me and potentially work together at the beginning?
Yeah, this is for me. It's an interesting story. There's never a coincidence. Yeah, coincidence. Um, I started then to look in social media. So I start to read about things about partnership and trauma and wounds, and so, and I remember this very well. And then I saw a reel from you, um, the letter of a woman from an avoidant partner or so, right?
Hmm.
And this letter was so, oh, I thought I was speaking, and or I thought I was writing this letter. And then I went to your uh, I don't know, homepage or so, and there was a video, I think, no, about 7 minutes or so from you. And this is really something, this what you mentioned there, this is your, yeah, how you really worked with me. Yeah, you mentioned there that this is not just a coaching, a one-to-one session, but that you are really on the side of your client. Yeah, and that you have the possibility to get WhatsApp support, that you never feel alone or lost. Yeah, and
Mm.
yeah, and this was really something. So okay, I try to reach out. We'll see.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, amazing. So then obviously you did, and we had a conversation. Then you joined the program, right? We started to work together. So then when you did join the program, we started to work together. What were some of your favorite parts and things about the program? What did you really like, and what did you resonate with most during our time together?
Mm. Um, I think from the very first beginning, and this started already in the onboarding call, or in the first call. Um, um, how can I explain? You felt me, and or you caught me, and you didn't walk away. Yeah, you stayed. And this was something, when you feel so lost as a human, um you need you need really somebody also who is staying there. You don't want to run
Mm.
away, or just do some frame, or just talk some phrases. Yeah, this is, I did a lot of coaching in over the last 20 years, so I really can compare this journeys. Yeah, and this was something what really helped me the most. Yeah, this, as you said, we went deep from the first beginning. And this was one main part, that I really could show myself absolutely transparent. Yeah, and there was never a percentage of or what she's doing, because this was always, you were always trustful and honest, and very, with a very high wisdom. And this was one part, and the other, yeah, was for sure, was this breathwork session. This was very amazing. I never did this did this like this. Yeah.
Yeah, I will always remember. Well, I don't think I'll ever be able to forget our first call together because it was such a. I remember I was feeling it as well. It was such a raw, powerful and emotional core of just truth, right? And
Yeah,
yeah, and yeah, I remember it was such a powerful moment, and that's when you kind of like realize like, okay, let's do this, right? And obviously, there was a lot of fear around it, and but you made that commitment, right? And then we began. So yeah, if we just dive a bit more into then our time working together. I know you mentioned the breath work and the support, but what were there any other parts about or of the time together that you really stood out for you that were very powerful and transformational for you?
I think each call was very transformative. I remember that I said, I don't know, in the middle of the journey or so, I said, "Sorry, I need to cry again." I always start to cry when I saw you, and you say, "Yeah, it's okay, no problem." And so every call was transformative, and I think we finished last week. Yeah, did we?
Mm,
And I know myself that there is still a lot of integration and sorting. So this is not something what is finished now. Yeah, this works in
that really
myself.
begins now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So then obviously let's dive into a bit more then up to where you are now then, right? So through this time working together, you had this powerful transformation. And can you share a little bit more about where you are now in your life in terms of your relation to yourself, your wounds, your traumas, and just overall, yeah, the issues that you came with at the beginning. Where are you at now on your journey with everything that we worked through?
Mm. Um, yeah, I really want to say again that this is absolutely the truth. What I what I talked about some minutes ago. This is really, I don't know, the worst time in my life. And I, after, I don't know, two or three, four sessions, I started to understand, my inner wounds, my inner wounds from my childhood, and um, this abandon, what you said,
Abandonment.
and
Yeah.
abandonment, yeah, exactly. And and this helped to yeah, how will I say, to build up a, not a new relationship, but no, to build up a relationship with me inside and outside. Yeah, and
Mhm.
not to just, maybe I lived two parts in my life in the past. Yeah, and now everything is more synchronized, it's more together. And basically, I think one big problem who all the adults have is that in such critical moments or situations, it can happen that our inner child takes the control, and then, yeah, and then then it's not the best solution and I think I'm almost sure that I can now manage it better. Yeah, if there would be a, a harder situation again or so.
Mhm. So what does that look like now then, Carmen, with your relationship to your inner child and with little Carmen? How can you tell me a bit more about what that feels like now, and how does she feel in your day-to-day life?
I can feel that she feels more safe because I saw her, and um, yeah, with you we uh, we went there. I saw her. I could hug her. I could touch her, and I could feel when I'm talking now that this very silent inside of me, and this is something. This is a precious a gift. Yeah, precious gift for my life.
Okay, so yeah, being able to have this silence within, right, of peace and safety. And so, with that being said, then where you can now connect more to yourself and your wholeness, feeling more safe, more calm, or more regulated, how is this now positively affecting your life in all areas of your life?
Yeah, I can see that I'm much more I'm calm. I'm more calm now. I'm more silent. I don't need to to look for so much words or arguments. I'm more just sometimes observing the situation, and I'm regulating myself much more better during the day. Yeah, I'm looking for myself. This the self care thing is very powerful, and that's what I mentioned. We just finished our journey, so I think this will will be more powerful in the next future, as I'm just exploring myself. Yeah, this may be a
Mm,
good sentence. Yeah, I'm exploring, but I see that I'm really. It's much more quieter around here, and I can I can look more optimistic in the future. Yeah, and
mhm.
I can find solutions for things or problems. Yeah, so I'm not in this fighting modus anymore. In this
Beautiful. So
inner. Mm.
yeah, lovely. Thanks for sharing. So if we just summarize a little bit more about then from your overall transformation from where you were into and how that's negatively affecting your life into where you are now and how it's positively affecting your life, could you just like give a few sentences just to like kind of describe in your own words what that feels like to you, this entire transformation and where you are now and from before?
Yeah, I would say from um, um, I was I felt very unsafe in conflicts in conflict dynamics, and this I think this not I think I can see this changed a lot, that I'm now much more regulated, much more calm, and this helps me to to find my ideas, or to find my place, and to and just to to mention also my opinion and my wishes and my targets. And this
Mm,
is really something. Yeah, this is, I think I will never lose this again. Yeah, so I've from this unsafe feel more safe, and this is something what was very important. And to when we started, I have this inner battles. Yeah, I really could feel this. I'm very sensitive, and I could feel this. Yeah, really in each area of my body and my mind and my emotions. And this is now I can feel this as well when I'm talking now as a silent. This is really and this helps also to navigate through the day.
of just being able to, so you're saying with the silence is more about the inner peace, right? The inner harmony without the any external noise and chaos running the show, or just more presence with yourself.
I think it's both. Yeah, it's inner kind of inner peace, and be more balanced and more in the presence. Yeah, and then I can also reach out in the present moment if I need to solve something, or to discuss something or so. Yeah.
Okay, lovely. Thanks for sharing. Okay, then. So if we just go back again as well, when you joined this program, right? Obviously, I remember our call was very powerful. So when it comes to this work as well, quite a lot of people they have resistance in joining this program and working with me one on one because they feel that I have not personally lived the one on one experience, their life, right? Like, for example, I have not gone through a divorce or a breakup, which you are going through. So, what would you say to the person watching this who feels that I can't help them because I have not lived their exact life and their exact story?
Interesting. I think I remember that I don't know which session, but maybe it was the fourth or fifth session. I remember that I asked you, where this knowledge and wisdom came from. Maybe you remember as well. Yeah,
Mm,
this is really, as I mentioned before, I know a lot of coaches, and I work a lot with many of them. And I remember I asked him because I can say I don't know. Do you have a really big treasure box? You can say this in English. A big yeah, of wisdom, of knowledge, of experience, and in the right feeling. Okay, we need to stay here, or we need to dive deeper. So I don't think so that it's necessary to go to all bad experiences in life to be a good coach. I think uh, what I told you several times. This is you for you. The client is really a real person, and you want to help them, and you want and you dive deep. And this was something. This was for me. This was really helpful, powerful. Yeah, and this this is a gift for everybody. This is not just that I'm saying this. This is really something what I hope I told you before. I hope you will you will never lose this. Yeah, because there are also many who just give you a framework, or something. Yeah, just do like this. No, everybody is very individual. So and this needs also an individual view, and this is what I felt with you all the time.
Thank you for sharing, Carmen. Yeah,
Mm.
of course, I will always be that person, right? Of me living in truth, speaking my truth, to guide you back to your own truth, right? To your own wholeness, so that at the end of the day, I'm really just a mirror for you, so that you can do your own healing, right? 'Cause when it comes to this work, people get confused that other people are doing the work for them. I'm not responsible for any of your healing, right? You're responsible for everything. You did all the work. I just guided you and supported you and put up the mirror when it was necessary, right? And kept you on track for your own journey, right? So that's why the this work requires a level of commitment on both of our
Mm-hmm.
ends in order to have this transformation, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that's something which you really lived up to, right, on your end as well, of both of us going in deep, because this work requires to go in deep, right? And that's where lots of people can get uncomfortable and scared because they can't just hide in the back, like on a 10 person group coaching program. They just here at the back and just like, just do the minimum, right? And that's not going to happen here, right?
No,
It's not an option. So how would
no,
you
but
say? Go ahead.
yeah, yeah, but it works as because you are supporting this, and then it works. Yeah, you're not. I'm not. I was never on myself. I never feel alone. So yeah. Mhm.
So how important would you say that part was to the whole of the foundation, the fundamental of the transformation of doing this work deep together and going really in deep?
How what?
How important was this to
Ah,
the transformation? Like how fundamental was it for us to be able to go in really deep together?
it was for me. It was the fundament what I was looking for since many years. And as you said before, that I was also sitting in programs. I was reading millions of books. I was journaling, doing this and that, and uh, I'm absolutely sure that the most important thing is to not just to dive deep, but to stay there. Yeah, to stay there and to see, for example, the inner child, who is crying, and to understand why it's crying, and
Hmm.
to have somebody on your side who also is holding the space. And
Hmm.
you can't find this if you read a book or if you're sitting somewhere. And so, but as you said, you need to be committed. You need to be open to do this. Yeah.
Yeah, you said something really important there, Carmen, of going in deep and staying there, right? But we only stay there for as long as we need, right? It's very important on this journey that some people get stuck in the trap of just always healing, always, which I
Mm-hmm.
personally myself got stuck on my own journey a few years ago. So
Mm-hmm.
we go in as deep as we need to go. We do what we need to do. Then we come out and we integrate it. And you mentioned something here about watching the books, reading, going to therapy. So for the person watching this video, right? Maybe there's someone who's kind of aware of their wounds, who read the books, listened to the podcast, done some surface level work, maybe some smaller group coaching programs, but they haven't yet had a powerful transformation, right? So maybe they meditate as well. They do all the intellectualizing of the work, but they haven't yet gone to the bottom of the root and had this powerful transformation or worked with a high level one-on-one coach where we're going super, super deep. What would you, I'm sure you can probably relate to that yourself, right? So what would you say to that person watching them this video, and what would you say to them honestly about the difference of what they've done so far and the difference in doing this one-on work, deep diving work?
Yeah, I would say that it also helped if you have done some work before. I think this was for me also good because I could I could mention the problems very clearly, so it's okay. Um, but the you will find in this program, you will really find the deepest point. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit hard to explain. This is really something between Blake and the client that this works. Yeah, you will find. Yeah, I remember there was maybe 2, 3 times where I thought, oh, let's move on, and you said stop. Very friendly, but on your move, yeah, stop. Let's have a look here. And this was for me so fantastic because you always felt the right time to say, okay, here we need to stay. And this is something what I checked after the session first. Yeah, so, oh, okay, yeah, this was really important. And so, yeah, so um and yeah, this would I would recommend this to every person to really to book this in a journey. Yeah, but because you will find a lot of great moments also. Not It's not just sadness. It's a great moment to see. Okay,
Highs
this
and the
is
lows, right? Just like it
yeah,
is.
this is over. No, she's not crying anymore. Thank you.
But if you want to
Little
cry,
baby.
you can cry.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, and there were for each week we had an assignment. This was also very interesting. The assignment always fits perfectly to the transformational process. And there were also assignments I didn't like so much, but I did. Yeah, exactly. Or not.
And you
Yeah,
saw the value in committing to the assignment, right, and doing it, right? You understand now why we did it.
yeah, exactly. I said, hey, head up, stop, don't arguing, just do it. And then we spoken about the assignment, and it made sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and you mentioned something there as well, Carmen, of, well, you having already done quite a lot of work before joining this program. And most people that I work with who join this program, they've already done a lot of surface work as well, right? This is really deeper integration, deeper layers of that, getting to the root of it. So, there obviously are quite a lot of people that are probably watching this as well who know they want to go deeper. They know they need deeper work, but they're just scared, one, of committing to the work or what it's going to bring up, and also they're scared of the financial investment of committing to themselves, right? So what would you say to the person watching this who wants to do the work? They know they need to go deeper. They know they need this one-on-one support, but they're just scared of, one, doing the real work, and two, they're scared of investing in the money into themselves to make this commitment to make it happen. What would you say to them? Obviously, I know you can relate to this a bit yourself as well.
Yeah, it was also it was. I hope that everybody who is watching this really uh, understand can understand my situation. 3 months ago, it was really horrible. Yeah, it was so horrible, and also the financial situation wasn't that easy. And but there was something in our first call, as Blake mentioned before, something touched me very deeply. Yeah, and I remember you also said, then, do you want to give a commitment for yourself or not? I think this was the one of the main points, and um, because I was also thinking, oh, maybe I will run away and stay in my bar. So it's worth of it, and you are in a one-to-one, so you can bring everything inside into the session. This is the main thing. So the invest you can see the investment, the reinvestment, in each minute. And this was not just a promise, this was like this, and this was always
Yeah.
me who came into the session and said, oh, I feel this and I feel this problem, and then we go into it, no? And this helped a lot. Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, this is not just a phrase, but I think, yeah, you can find a way then to to bring the money together, and I think after the first session, when you see the first success in you, then I think then the commitment is increasing. Yeah.
Yeah, the
This-
commitment is one of the most powerful parts in this work, right? Because one is you committing to yourself, showing yourself that you are worth this investment, that this transformation is very important to you, right? Because if there's no commitment, then there's not going to be any transformation, right? And I share that very clearly, right, on onboarding calls, of that you're responsible for this work. But if
Mhm.
as long as you stay committed, you will have an incredible, powerful transformation, and you will turn your life around. So it's what was however much you put in is what you'll get back, just like anything in life. So
Yes,
yeah.
but there's a lot of space or room to put something in. This is something what I liked very much. Yeah, there is a
Mm.
possibility to put in. Yeah, and this
Okay,
is
great. So just to wrap this up then here, Carmen. So again, whoever's watching this video, right, or like, they're on the fence, right? They're scared, that there's fear, that there's some fear of letting go, if this is going to work for them, the money, or even, for example, a woman similar to your age, right, who could be watching this. Maybe not the exact similar situation, but who's, similar situation to you. What would you like? What would be your final words of encouragement to the person watching this who knows this will have a transformation in their life? They're just scared of committing and investing to themselves. What will be your final words of inspiration and truth to that person watching this?
maybe my own example. I remember our first call. I remember I asked you, why should I start this journey now? I have so much problems. I have no time for transformation. I remember I was also so angry about everything, not about you, but about my whole situation.
I
And
remember.
yeah, and I remember you said, yeah, no, no, said, yeah, yeah, yes, now is the right time to do this. Yeah, and your words were so trustful, and I said, okay, I trust him now. So it's my inspirational words for you is always the right time, and there are always the right circumstances to do this. Yeah. Uh,
Mm,
and this is something the head can't maybe can't understand, but you need to listen to the whole, yeah, to your whole system, and trust yourself and trust Blake, and then let's go. Yeah.
mm. Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Carmen, because that's really important as well. Right? When it comes to this work, people are always waiting for the right time, right? When I'll be ready. And let's just be honest, we're always going to be busy. There's always going to be things going on in our life. And why would you not want to do this work and have support when you're going through the busiest times of your life, when you need it most? Instead of waiting, oh, when I'm just on holiday, I got all good, I was chilling on an island, then I can do it. That moment's
Yeah,
never going to arrive, right? And this is the exact same work that helps you work through that, right? It really comes down to avoidance of the self and the work.
exactly. Yeah. Also, just do it, really.
Well,
And
it comes down to like, what's the alternative, right?
I don't know. Yeah, to search, to look, to to grab, and to
Yeah.
wait. Yeah.
Because people
Mhm.
often are waiting for this feeling just to feel good in their body that it's right, and that most of the time that feeling never comes, right?
Mhm.
It's just coming down to a commitment. So again, huge congratulations to you, Carmen, for following that inner voice, following that deeper knowing, that truth, overcoming your fears and your resistance and doing the deep work. And now you're a testament to your own commitment to yourself.
Hmm.
So thanks again for committing to yourself, for doing this deep work, for trusting me to guide you on this journey, and most importantly, for showing up for yourself and all the parts of you so that you are now living in wholeness, in truth. And obviously this journey is going to continue, right? It's just
Hmm.
really getting started. Now you have all the tools, you have the muscle memory, you know what is your truth, you know when you're abandoning yourself, and you know where you're going. So now it's just living that life freely, committed to your truth, and enjoying it.
Yes, I will. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. Well, thanks so much again, Carmen, for coming on here. I really, really appreciate it. And obviously, I know you and I will be in touch in the future. And yeah, thanks again. And I look forward to staying in touch with you.
Yeah, thank you.
You're very, very
Me too.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carmen. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching. And again, if you felt something in your body here, in your system, just like Carmen shared that she knew it was something. If you're feeling it, listen to it. Trust your system. Trust the body. The body knows, okay? And
Yeah.
if not, that's okay. Just be honest. At least be honest with yourself of that you are afraid to do the work and that you're not ready for a transformation. That's all that it requires, just to be honest with yourself. All right, much love, guys. Take care, everybody. Take care, Carmen, and I will see all of you soon. Bye bye.
Bye bye.